Hey traders, a long time since I've made a video. Um, so I just want to talk about trading psychology and how I want to build an AI to help me as like a trading coach. And this channel is going to be kind of dedicated for a while to doing that and documenting the whole process. Okay. So the truth is that most traders fail not because of strategy, but because of their own psychology. I know this for a fact. I'm having some real issues in the month of September 2025. I had maybe 8 funded accounts, and I just blew them this week. So it's Friday now, September 19th. I gained all these accounts. I blew all of them. It's a total waste of time and money, and I'm kind of sick of it. So I'm going to be trying to get better at journaling and finding the demons that are haunting me as far as it comes to trading. So I'll kind of get into what I want to create. And the thought I had, I was doing a lot of personal development stuff. And there's something called shadow work by Carl Jung. He is like the father of analytical psychology. He's like bigger than Freud, if people don't know about it. And he has this concept of the shadow self. And I think as I was going through that with personal development, I kept referring back in my mind to trading. And so, kind of what I want to do is show you exactly what I mean by this, but also I created a chatbot in Claude. It's a Claude project. And I'm going to use this later on to create an application that everybody could use, right? And so, if you want to subscribe and follow this journey, that'd be awesome. I'm going to also leave a link to sign your email up. So put in your email, and then you'll be on a wait list for whenever this thing launches. With the advent of I can spin up a product or like a journaling software that helps you with your psychology pretty quickly. So as long as people start subscribing and showing interest by dropping their email, I think it'll motivate me even further. So without further ado, let me get to the journal. Um, so I'm going to preview that really quick. Then I'm going to come back to Notion where I have all my notes. So if you're not familiar with Claude, this is Claude Desktop, but you could also do this in the web. Claude is free, but I'll be getting like the paid plan just to make this run a little smoother. But this is a little difficult and tricky to set up. I'd like to make a user interface where it's very easy to set up. It kind of walks you through step by step some of this process. So I'm calling it the Shadow Trading Journal because again, it has Carl Jung's uh, shadow shadow work type of philosophy grounded grounds this whole thing. And so it's going to be comprised of two chats, right? A daily trading review and a weekly trading review. The daily and the weekly are going to try to identify and have you hone in and focus on the one largest lever that's holding you back from being successful in trading when it comes to your psychology. So you can't work on a dozen things at once. Everybody's got multiple issues, but what is that one issue, at least for right now, that you could work on and kind of refine and chip away at, or completely kill? Would be even better in a short period of time, so you can work on the next thing. And that's what it's trained to do. So it has a set of instructions which are very lengthy. I went through many iterations and a lot of back and forth with AI to figure this out. And then it's got a description that also gives it some structure. And so if I look at, I've only made a couple messages here and I haven't really used it to do any trading journaling yet, but in the next video, I'm gonna document this process. I just want to give you like an overview, right? So the daily trading review, I just said in this chat, let's review today's trade. And so this will be a continuous chat at the end of day where I'll go over the trades. And I custom made the the I guess the vibe of this trading bot or this trading psychology bot to be like a Wall Street tough, hard as nails risk manager mixed with using Carl Jung psychology and shadow work. So it curses, it gives it to you blunt, straight. That's the style that I like. I don't like sugar coated, fluffy, encouraging stuff. I want to be told I'm wrong. I suck. I need to work on myself. Other people are beating me. Um, so that's the attitude it has. If you don't like that, or that turns you off, I'm sorry. I'm not changing that because I think the world needs a little bit of that lately. So you have a daily trading review and then a weekly review. Okay, and so it has a bunch of files too, which I used Notion to create PDFs. And I just want to break down how these files work. And this will be like the forms that you fill out in the app. So they'll be a lot more structured, and you could just fill out some values, and then the the app will know like your lingo. So the definitions PDF has all the abbreviations and script. Like I'll use lowercase, uppercase mixed for my trading strategies and things I identify. I think like I'm like an ICT trader, so if you know fair value gaps, Claude might not know what that is. So I put fair value gap FVG, and I have a short description of what that means, and then all the other terminology that I use. And so that'll be something that you can grow as well, but it needs to have those definitions. So if I look at Notion and I go to definitions, I tell it these are the definitions. In parentheses are the shorthand. I let it know that there's plural exceptions and the lower cases are important. Um, and so yeah, that's all my definitions there. I went through and I thoroughly typed all this out so it knows exactly what I'm talking about when I give it a three letter abbreviation. Um, then so this is the ground truth, right? We got definitions, then we got trading rules and principles. So this is going to be like my maximum risk, what to do if I hit my maximum risk for the day, for the week, etc. And then trading demon finder. So I took Trader Dante is real famous on YouTube, a proven profitable trader, not one of these gurus. Like he totally documents his trades and calls them out ahead of time. Is awesome. I highly recommend you look him up. So um, yeah, he has something called a demon finder, a trading demon finder. So I took this and I meshed it with um, Jungian shadow work. So these demons exist, but why do they exist? Like once we know why they exist, we can have a plan and attack of how we're going to solve for them, right? And so all credit to Trader Dante, he calls out these common demons, and you might have more than his basic list, but these are the core ones. Um, and he calls out that you should identify them when they happen, and you should have rules that happen if you keep on, you know, falling prey to these. But I took it a step further and I was like, well, let's find out why these exist and how can we address them so they squash them. Just being aware is a huge step, right? But it's not enough. So I take it a step further with that in the demon finder. And then once you find like what's the biggest thing that's blocking you, um, what are some exercises that you can do to help uncover and overcome those? And then most people have multiple trading models, and it's good for the AI to understand your trading model. So I have a short-term trading model that I use. It's like capturing the weekly range. Then I have something I call Kiss of Death, which is a scalping model, just intraday, quick in and out trades. They can be multiple R's, 3R, 5R. Um, it averages like 2.5R. So it's a scalping model, but it's not like 1-to-1 or something like that. Anyway, I won't get in detail. I have some other theories that I'm working on. So I have some work in progress stuff that I'll upload later to it. But that's going to be the idea, is that these files are like living documents that I can upload new versions of to update Claude or the chatbot, whatever you want to call it. And also I can add files. So I'm going to add, it has instructions to look out for. Maybe I put in there examples of bad trades, of good trades. So this is just a start. So in the next videos, I'll be sharing my reviews with the chatbot and trying to help refine it because I know this is the first draft. It's a pretty good first draft. Um, but I would love to turn it into an app for you guys. So again, subscribe and click the link to sign up with your email. And I look forward to making more of these. All right, take care.